Happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Amani, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy nisyani burada bugün arkadaşın doğum günü kutlamakta tutmamış bulunmaktayız. Happy birthday, burada. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, enough goofing around from me. I'll be with you really, really shortly. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a laugh and we're going to get in the mood for Freaky Friday.
Ooh, here we go, don't forget to send love to Mum Pearl for birthing your silliness. The best year is hashtag 1976. Oh, and July happy 45, winking face.
Okay. We're here, we're live. Yes, we are live, and we are well on our way to Speculation Island. That's right, I've completed one more lap around the sun, ladies and gentlemen. The spacesuit has reached 45 years young. Yes, indeed, it's going to be a very narcissistic stream today. It's my birthday, and I'll have a live stream party if I want to. There was never a song written about that, but there should have been. But no, we're going to have a good laugh today. A big shout out to my fellow 76ers out there. Yes, indeed. A good year to set off on our journey around our local star. And we'll be celebrating that year on this day by looking back in history at some of the significance attached to this day as well. And I thought, since we're kind of reflecting, or I've been reflecting on one's lifetime today, maybe time to look back at a previous lifetime as well. Oh, yes, we're going to be diving into the rabbit hole that our good friend Donnie from Down Under opened for us when he suggested that he remembered me from the 1700s. So we're going to take a look at what the the French were doing down in Australia when Donnie says he remembers me being a very bad man. So yes, we will be getting into that today. And of course, we have got the return of Freaky Friday. Why? Why the return? Well, because it's Friday again, right? And could it be the returneth of the myth? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Made some groovy new graphics for Freaky Friday. It's going to be absolutely jamming, banging. All we need is all of you. So Freaky Friday will be on tfrlive.com. It will also be over on the other Kev Baker Show YouTube channel. The link is available already. I hope to see you all there. And I've had a great day today. Great day today. Sunning myself. Absolutely. The sun came out in celebration today. And I was just looking there before the stream. Something really weird's going on. We're getting good weather, like prolifically good weather for the next few days, maybe even a week. And I see Jimmy Jeans in the chat room. He's going to be joining me in a little while as well. He wants to come on and say his happy birthdays. He's going to give me some man love. So like I say, it's dead narcissistic today. It is what it is, folks. But look at this. Look. Now, over in America, people, or in Australia, people will be saying 21 degrees. But that's not any decent heat, Kev. Oh, but it is. It is to a Scotsman. And then we steadily get better. Well, Sunday cools off a bit. Monday, 22. Tuesday, 24. Wednesday, Scotsman will be burning. No, there'll be Scotsmen burning in the street at a very, very dry 25. Thursday, 25 as well. Yes, indeed. So it's going to be a cracking week because like a little summer flower, I flourish when the sun is out. I do my best thinking. I think we put our best streams together as well. So yeah, looking forward to all of that coming up. Who have we got kicking about in the coolest chat room in the whole of YouTube land? I know. It's a bold claim to make. An incredible claim requires incredible evidence. Go scroll back and see what people say. People say in this chat room, it's incredible evidence of something. It is. I don't know what yet. It is. I love you lot out there. There'd be no Kev Baker Show without any of you. And a big special thank you to my good friend Nancy over in Canada. Scott Lopez sent us down a rabbit hole last night with the people that have been posting videos claiming to have woken up in the year 2027 in Valencia, Spain. And it was towards the end of the show. So when I got off the show, it was really troubling me, even after my Scrabble escapades, which I lost, by the way. Big shout out to Pearly. I suppose on Birth Recognition Day, big shout out to Pearly is in order, right? Hang on, I better share the stream. Only a decent thing to do. But what were we talking about? Oh, dang, I've gone and forgotten what we were talking about. I've gone and done that. Oh, it's going to be one of these streams, is it? What are we talking about? 2027, right? So, ended up watching a significant, not a significant, but enough of a kind of portion of this story of people posting videos of nobody around, and it looks like everywhere's deserted, and is it time travel? And well, we had a good look at it last night, and myself and Nancy, we're not buying it. We're not buying it. And there's one scene in particular where there's one car, there's a car moving. It almost looks like they've forgotten to take it out, and you're thinking, but how could they take it out? How could they take that footage out? Well, you'll need to join us on Freaky Friday tonight. You'll need to join us, and we'll be talking about that. But big shout out to Nancy, because she's the one that has to put up with me when I'm going down these rabbit holes. It's almost like I test my woo on Nancy to see if it's gonna float here on the stream. So big shout out. So who's in the chat room? That's where we're going. Let's see. Let me bring it over here now. No alcohol involved before anyone asks. No. Been a good guy today. And Anne's just on her way to the shop to get the beer. So, hey. Yes, indeed. So we got Jocelyn in there. I believe the Wookiee was first today. Jose Ramon Francis, the Wookiee. Jimmy Jeans is kicking about. Sid, another 76er. Yes, indeed. Rumour has it that Jimmy Jeans was around in 76. 1776. Yes, indeed. I'm only joking, Jimbo. Now, Karen's away to bed. I think Karen's been having a couple of beers today. Or is it a glass of wine or two? Bernaise sauce. Renewing a membership. Thank you. Yes, our members get the Thug Life treatment. Yeah, hardcore. If you want to become a member, no, I'm only joking. Well, I'm not joking, really. If you do, it's down below. But we've got Sid Vitch over in Norway. Anna Dunham, good to see you. Your name in green, that's what I like to see. Skipper Key Philo. Greetings from North Michigan. Bet there's a good bit of woo around you, Skipper Key Philo. Have you phoned into the show before? Something tells me you've phoned into the show before. Maybe I'm wrong. Sid's shouting about birthday parties. Did you like my birthday song that I had? That was really ridiculous, wasn't it? But it's good fun. Is this a Bollywood production? Hey, cultural inappropriation there. I'm pretty sure it was an Iranian gentleman that was singing that. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Taking this time to arrive. Just so long as he lays more than 5 minutes. That Skipper Key Philo giving me into trouble. I hope I got here quick enough, dude. Cinny Monk, good to see you. Jenny, always good to see you. Bingus as well. Time to boil eggs on the sidewalk. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yes, indeed. So there we go. Marty. Good to see Marty. Connie. Oh, he's got, hey, Rio. Oh, no. Let me think. Wait till you see this, Rio. I'm going to show you something. You're going to like this. Serious. Reverse. Hope I can find this here. Right. This'll do. You know how Rio came on the show recently and he'd done the whole perverse reverse circus? Really interesting stuff. Well, I was just scrolling through like my subscriptions the other day, and I'd subscribed to Sirius FM. I think it's the radio, the music mob. Sirius XM, sorry, XM. And then I found, this isn't the one I found then or the one I seen then, but they obviously do it with a lot of people. Did you know, Rio? Did you know that they play an artist's music backwards to them? Yes, to see what they kind of make of it all. Now I can't play it because music's all copyrighted, right? But I'll drop the link in the chat room. Rio, I'm sure you will be absolutely fascinated to check more of this out. But obviously, when I seen that, I immediately thought of you. I did, Rio. I did. So there you go. Just, hey, because I seen Rio in the chat room. So listen, we're going to get into it. Found this today. I thought this was quite an interesting little blurb about birthdays. It might be my birthday today, but hey, much like death, birthdays are something that we all have in common, right? There you go. See, I'm always about bringing people together and highlighting our familiarities, our similarities. You see, if I had my birthday wish, yes, indeed, we would be on a land called Speculation Island. Absolutely. We would have a real party yacht sitting just off the bay of tranquility. Yep. And it would be the douche canoe. It certainly would. I can think of a few captains of it. But hey, listen, let's get into it. I'm rabbiting now. And this is before I've had a beer. Dangerous. So, over the past, this is called Birthdays Are Arbitrary and Awesome. You're awesome. So, over the past 6 weeks, my sister and two of my dearest friends have celebrated landmark birthdays. The kind with a zero at the end. This is a 0.5. This is like a harmonic of a really important, significant birthday. And my next significant birthday is 50. Dear Lord. Man, oh man. Oh. Oh, bad news, bad news, bad news. There's cider has arrived. Cider has arrived. Yes, indeed. Now hang on, folks, before I get into this even further. Let me just. Oh, sorry. Just Dr. McCairn. I had sent him a little taster of some peak back she had found today. Yeah, I do have an unhealthy obsession with Major General Bakshi. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's a warrior thing. Right. What I'm saying. So it says, these festivities have left me thinking about birthdays. Why do we celebrate them? A birthday represents a lap around the sun. 365 days or 8,760 hours. But let's be honest, this is a totally arbitrary number. If we were Martians, some days I wonder if we are, our year would take 687 days to unfold, which means that instead of celebrating a 40th birthday, you might wait a little bit and make toast to your 22nd birthday instead. The recent Hollywood film, The Martian, never reveals whether the sexy botanist protagonist, Mark Watney, felt slighted by the fewer birthdays he experienced while stranded on Mars. But my guess is that he would have felt worse off if he had kept his clock on Earth this year, or on Earth year time. The thing about birthdays is that they're really just a way to mark life passing before your eyes. Oh, how bloody depressing. But the waypoints are their waypoints in your life story. And there's an opportunity to take stock and think about what you've done and what you still aspire to do. I've still got lots of things I would like to do. I'm sure all of you do as well. I think the day you stop dreaming, the day you stop aspiring to things, the day your ambition just ebbs away and you flush it down the toilet or something, that's when you're on the countdown. You're on a slippery slope then. Yes, indeed. Level 2 isn't far away at that point, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have something to keep going for, something to strive for, something to be proud of as well. So when I was young, most of my friends were older than me, so I always looked forward to birthdays as a way of catching up. As I've gotten older, I've found myself befriending and engaging with many people much younger than me. And once in a while, I step back and think, holy crap, how did I get so old? But this feeling never lasts. Birthdays are not just a reminder of passing time, but also of lessons learned and wisdom earned. I like that. I'm actually thinking about stealing that. That's really quite profound. I wouldn't mind having my 23-year-old body again, but I definitely prefer the deeper person I've become over the years. I'm wiser, more forgiving, and less angry than I was a few decades ago. The best thing about birthdays is that they provide an occasion to step back and reflect on your brief existence on this patch of rock in the universe. Some years are harder than others, of course, but even when times are tough, a birthday is a chance to remind yourself, I got through it. And for many years now, I've made a ritual of spending my birthday outside, pushing my body to experience the joy of being alive. I do it for myself and for those who didn't have the privilege of coming this far. Yes, indeed. I don't know, I found that quite interesting when I read it today. It made me think, as you do. I don't know, the older you get, the more nostalgic you get. Is it a pining back to those younger years? How many of you out there in Chatland, take a little, we'll do a poll, right? Many of you out there would actually, if you could, go back to say when you were 21. Only you don't get to take the knowledge and experience with you. Many of you would go back and do it all over again. If you could take all your knowledge and experience with you, and you could guarantee maybe, having the same family and things like that, maybe do things slightly differently, yeah, maybe. I don't know, going back and having to do all that again. I don't know. Would you go back and have a word with yourself if you could? I know we've got the paradox thing going on and stuff like that. Makes you wonder. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, weird birthday traditions. Why? Because we deal in the weird around here. The weird and the woo. Yes, indeed. So number one here that I found, the flower-covered Caribbean. In many regions of the Caribbean, most commonly Jamaica, an individual of any age can expect to have their birthday celebrated by having huge amounts of flour thrown at them by friends and family. What's worse is that the really unlucky ones will be covered in water first, making it extremely difficult to remove the flour. This reminds me of a really, really crazy story about a guy I worked with called Shuggy McGurk. The name says it all. The dude was a character, right? His birthday was coming up. Me and my mate Scott, a couple of bastards, I'm going to be honest about it, we're terrible. So we had said to him a couple of weeks beforehand, we're going to gunk you on your birthday. So, we were talking like getting a bucket and gunking him. So his girlfriend found out about this, and she actually insisted on it. Insisted that we gunk him, and McGurk got into it. So for the 2 weeks leading up to McGurk getting gunked, we were adding fish. Just imagine all of the kind of horrible juice, milk, fish, meat, other stuff. Other stuff was in there. All right, not good. And do you know this character McGurk? Do you know on his birthday he got all ready for it, and see the big kind of cages that you use to wheel goods in and out the back of vehicles into shops and things like that. He actually put himself in a cage like he was going to meet a shark, because he had the goggles on and everything in case it got in his eyes. And his girlfriend actually made us wait for his girlfriend to get there. Why? A, so she could watch it, and B, so she could film it so he could enjoy it later. That's Shuggy McGurk for you. And he took it well. He was stinking. You could still smell it outside the work for about a month afterwards. It was disgusting. But hey, it's probably better off going to the Caribbean now that I think about it. Flour's probably a lot tamer. He volunteered for it. Don't we weren't bullies. It's not like that. So let's see what this says here. Being pulled in Hungary. Depends where you're being pulled and how you're being pulled. Hey, just as the Brits celebrate a birthday with the birthday bumps, the Hungarians will wish an individual good luck and a happy birthday by pulling their earlobes. Holy crap. Imagine they get hold of a Ferengi. Hey, listen, if you rub a Ferengi's earlobe, be careful. They enjoy it. I'm just warning you, all right? I know far too much about the Ferengis. It's unhealthy. So this tradition will normally take place just before the opening of any birthday present, while a song is sung that translates to God bless you, live so long, so your ears reach your ankles. There you go. Yeah, a man's case here, mankles. But who knew? Who knew those crazy Hungarians were doing such a thing? Listen, I am going to get myself a little can of cider, and then I'll be back in just a moment, and we'll get into more of this crazy 1976, July 16th Woo Fest. Okay, a big shout out to Sandy in the chat room. Says, I'm almost 70. Used to want to be young again, but now I try to accept I don't look young. I have learned a lot. You look fantastic, Sandy. Dave says, you have got it all going on. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Very refreshing, very refreshing apple juice. Apple juice, ladies and gentlemen, indeed. So what did they get up to in Germany? Singletons. That's it, singletons. There's a long-standing tradition in Germany whereby single men turning 30 are required to go out and sweep the streets of the local church or town hall. Who made up that rule? Don't answer that. This is supposed to give them the chance to show off how good they are at cleaning, and let's face it, what women could resist? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I tend to think the sight of a very highly domesticated, woke man would be repulsive to a real woman. You want a real rugged man, right? You do. You want a man that doesn't know one end of a brush from another. Innit? See? I know how to roll. I know how it rolls, folks. I know. So for young children in Germany, they are officially exempt from doing their homework and chores for the day. I like that. A greasy nose in Canada. Polly, what are you doing? A very famous tradition in Canada. Isn't Canada just such an awesome place? I think it is. Big trees, cool people. Cold weather up north. A very famous tradition in Canada is the practice of nose greasing. This is where a young boy or a girl is pinned to the floor while their nose gets smeared with butter. What on earth are they up to? Where did that come from? Who was the first person that inducted this ritual ceremony onto Canadians? Strange behaviour. The reason for this is to ensure that the individual is far too slippery for bad luck or negativity to get a hold of them in the next year. You can just picture people taking this to the extreme. People on social media doing the greasy body challenge, and they'll just be smearing themselves from head to toe in butter. Listen, people they've ate detergent. They'll do anything at this point. Anything. Caked in Venezuela. I'm gathering you get kind of like put in stocks and cakes thrown at you. But it could be something completely different. Many times have you thought a word means something nowadays, only for you to find, oh boy, no, it didn't mean that. Wait now. Wait a minute. There we go. No. There we go. Pardon me. That pesky apple juice, folks. So for those celebrating birthday in Venezuela, it's probably best not to bother with makeup. Well, go figure. I tend not to put the makeup on myself, as you're most likely to have your head pushed into the birthday cake. Why? When you can just happily eat it without getting so covered in cake. Believe it or not, this gesture is one of laughter, luck for the year ahead, and love. Needless to say, there's a skill involved in ensuring all the candles have been blown out properly. People burning their eyeballs out in Venezuela. Oh, what on earth is that all about? Now, Switzerland, usually only famous for their dodgy banking and cuckoo clocks, and Roger Federer. And now we're hearing that they have clowns on birthdays. Weirdos. Perhaps one of the strangest traditions. Parents in Switzerland terrify children with bloody clowns coming round. We'll hire an evil clown. It's not even a friendly clown. It's like your Gacy type clown. Scary clown. Oh, not good for their children's birthday. The clown won't only look terrifying, but will also follow and torment the birthday girl or boy before putting a pie in their face for good luck. As long as that's all they're putting in their face, ladies and gentlemen. There's a dodgy thing going on in Switzerland tonight. God help all children in Switzerland who share a birthday with me. The cake man in Denmark. So rather than a standard birthday cake, Danish children will enjoy a cake man, which really does resemble the patient from the Operation game, only with icing. One of the songs are sung, or once the songs are sung, and the candles have been blown out. The cake man is decapitated, nice, and the head is presented to the birthday boy or girl. The family and the friends then dig into the body. Hannibal Lecter? Is he like hosting birthday parties up there? What's going on? Toast in New Zealand. Far simpler people. Rugged individuals. There'll be no malarkey going on down here, I wouldn't think. So those from New Zealand will enjoy a unique treat on their birthday involving ice cream and sprinkles on toast. Yes, on toast. That's barbaric. Anne, would you ever eat ice cream on toast? Oh, you are barbaric. No, I don't think I'd give that a go. All right, career choices in China. This should be interesting. When a child is born in China, bakshi onto them. When a child is born in China, they are considered a year old, meaning their first birthday is actually their second birthday. I'm confused already. On this day, the child will be placed on the floor, surrounded by objects. And the first object the child picks up is thought to determine what they will be when growing up. Wow. Meanwhile, during other birthday celebrations, a cake is skipped entirely, and instead the child will be given a full bowl of noodles, which they must put into their mouth until they can't fit any more in. That sounds like that. Remember that crazy Chinese game show, Endurance? Remember that, where they were like putting like cages with like deadly spiders and all that kind of jazz going on, dipped upside down into boiling vats of tar and all that. A bowl of noodles shoved down your gob. Nice. Remind me never to go there for my birthday. Flowers in Egypt. You see, now we're talking. Egyptian birthday parties are full of dancing. That belly dancing thing going on. Now we're jamming. Hey, it's my birthday. If we can get AOC to belly dance for my birthday, we'll be jamming, ladies and gentlemen. Just jamming. Did I say that aloud? Probably, because I can hear Anne sighing. She knows. It is what it is. Dancing and singing traditional songs. The room will also be full of flowers and fruit to symbolise growth and life. That's the one that doesn't. It's the only one that doesn't sound like it's out the playbook of a serial killer, isn't it? Sounds like normal. What are my Russian brethren doing? Instead of a birthday cake, Russian children will enjoy a birthday pie with a greeting carved into the crust. They will then play a game that features the use of a clothesline and hang prizes from it, so each guest can take a present home. I like that, nice and inclusive. Oh, I thought that said clowns again. Crowns in Israel. Young children in Israel will be given a crown to wear that remade from leaves and flowers on their birthday. They will then be asked to sit in a special chair that's been decorated for them while their family and friends dance around it. Like they're dancing, don't they? Shaving the head in India. These heads will not shave themselves, you know. On the children's first birthday. Had to. His or her head is shaved while the baby is held over a special fire. This is to symbolise cleansing of evil and the renewal of the soul. Now that you know some of the weirdest birthday traditions in the world, I was a bit wrong. That reads a bit wrong, doesn't it? They should have had some kind of some marker or something to separate that out. It made it sound like shaving the head was the weirdest one. There was a lot of weird ones in there, if you ask me. But anywho, on this day in history, yes, this gets interesting. So we've got Ginger Rogers. She was born on July 16th, 1911. Yes, she passed in April 25th, 1995. And the featured event, check that out. The first atomic bomb was exploded near Alamogordo, New Mexico. Yes, indeed, they unleashed an almighty force that day. More events on this day. American filmmaker George Romero, who was known for his horror films, notably Night of the Living Dead, which launched a series of related movies, he passed. Chicago officially opened its Millennium Park in 2004, which features fountains, eye-catching sculptures, and a large outdoor concert facility, blah, blah. Saddam Hussein. Yeah, I remember when he was all the thing, man. He was the boogeyman.
Das Boogeyman.
Yes, when he was, remember when they were saying he was like the reincarnation of Nebuchadnezzar and he was going to be building stargates and all that jazz. So he became the president of Iraq, and his brutal rule, which lasted 24 years, was marked by costly and unsuccessful wars with neighbouring countries, as well as atrocities against the Iraqi people. Indeed. 1969, Apollo 11 lifted off from NASA's JFK Space Center in Florida. And 4 days later, two of its astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, became the first humans to set foot on the moon. I'll let you discuss that in your own time. 1965, the Mont Blanc Tunnel officially opened, linking France and Italy. Baseball, I don't know baseball. So it's all men in pajamas. It looks like cricket, only men in pajamas, even worse pajamas than they wear for the cricket. I don't get it. 1935, the world's first parking meters were installed in Oklahoma. It's all Oklahoma's fault. We also got Richard II, Big Dick II, was officially installed as the head reptilian of England. I mean, the king, almost a month after the passing of his grandfather, Edward III. What else we got? Okay, this is today's famous birthdays. Here we go. So 1194, we're going back a bit. I don't remember this period myself. St. Clare of Assisi, Italian followers of Francis of Assisi, the founder of the Order of the Poor Ladies. There you go. Theodore Gall, a Flemish engraver, born in Antwerp, 1571. See if any jump out here. Oh, a few French people. John Kay, well, he's English. Marc René, the Marquis de Montalembert, French military engineer and writer. Charles de Rohan. These are all in the 1700s. Can we call a synchronicity there? Mary Baker, Eddie, American founder of the religious movement Christian Science. Holy shamoly, a cult leader. Say it isn't so. Scrolling down, get that off of there. That's interesting. I've never heard of her. Let's have a look. Mary Baker Eddy reportedly cures her injuries by opening a Bible. Holy shamoly. That's a bit of a claim, eh? Dang, dude. So, Luigi Arditi, Italian violinist and composer, blah, blah, blah. See anyone interesting here? Do I share my birthday with anyone interesting? Like, anyone interesting? So we've got Roald Amundsen, Norwegian polar explorer who led the first expedition to the inner Earth. I mean, the South Pole, born in Borge, Ostfold, Norway. There you go. Let's see. Shoeless Joe Jackson. There you go. An American baseball outfielder. Somebody get that man a pair of shoes. Let's see. Pretty boring, huh? Like a boring birthday. Orville Redenbacher. An American popcorn magnate. There you go. There you go. Ginger Rogers, indeed. Old Ginger. Let's see. Is there anybody in here that's interesting? The Archdeacon of Loughborough. Come on, man. I feel quite cheated, to be honest with you. I do. It's quite a popular birthday all the same. I look like one of the few people that didn't bloody end up being something. That makes me feel really good. How's a social worker? Like, how's that a famous birthday? God almighty. Australian tennis player. Awesome. Jimmy Johnson. Not the footballer. Well, he was an American NFL coach, but no clue who he is. Actually getting a bit pissed here. Better be somebody good coming up. That's all I'm saying. We're saving ourselves a serial killer or something, ladies and gents. There's a bad one coming around the corner. I feel it. I feel it. Oh my bloody God. I've seen it. Oh my God. You couldn't make this up. I share a birthday with that ass clown. Robert David Steele. Oh, man. Oh. That makes me feel kind of physically ill. In fact, I think I've got sound effects for crap like that. The man that famously claimed that there was really, really bad things going on with young people up in camps on Mars. I'm not even making that up, but he did. He did. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I've got a sound effect here somewhere. If I can get it going. There we go. Where are we? We'll find you. We'll find you. Well, it could actually, you could claim it's a bit of a... Good. Well, that'll do it. That's what happens. There's going to be people laughing. Yeah, exactly. I knew Jimmy would be laughing at that. I knew Jimmy was laughing at that. Yep, I knew it. I knew Jimmy would absolutely... dude. See, did I not say there's going to be an absolute walloper just waiting around the corner? Synchronicity. Does that give me the right to call him out like I do? Aye, stooge. Once in the CIA, ladies and gentlemen. Always in the CIA. Mike Rogers, an American politician. Still don't know who he is. Now we're getting closer to like younger dudes, people my own age. Holy shimoly. Well, hopefully I don't see any other wallopers down here, man. Corey Feldman. Oh, there you go. 1971. Yep. One of the few I know. Let's see. Tim Ryan for any Americans out there. Politician. No idea. 1976. So who we got? Bobby Lashley. Big Bobby Lashley. Kevin's laughing by me. Big Bobby Lashley. Hey, listen, you can laugh all you want. He'd kick your, he would definitely deal with you. Yeah. We have got a Polish rally driver, Anna Smashnova. Oh, a great name for a tennis player, isn't it? Anna Smashnova. She must have made that up. Jamie Oliver. Do you know what the special ingredient to all of Jamie Oliver's meals is? Saliva. Because he spits everywhere all the time. Absolutely horrible individual. And hey, not to forget Carlos Humberto Paredes. Who's that? Well, a Paraguayan football coach, I tell you. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Good soldier, Brian Budd. British soldier born in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Winner of the Victorian Cross. Indeed. Who else we got in here? Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale. That's pretty cool. Anyway, there you go. There you go. So what else we got up here? Okay, so I'm going to have a little drink right now. I'm going to compose myself, get ourselves ready for the second half of this stream. And now that we've had a look at the birth recognition day of this lifetime, let's go back in time. Let's go back to one of my alleged previous lifetimes. And let's go back to the French in Australia in the late 1700s. Oh my.
Are you serious?
How dare you?
Indeed, we're back. We're here. We're in the KBS hangar. Yes, it's the KBS hangar. You don't want to be taken there. Where I take people to sort them out. The Wokelins, the Princelins, they'll get sorted out in there. Yes, indeed. Bakshi rules apply in the hangar. Yes, indeed. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but listen, I've seen Donnie turning up in the chat room there. Bush Telegraph working, dude. You are entirely responsible for where we're going in the next segment of this non-show, chilling out birthday day, one lap round the star. You know, you get me. So we were looking at all the kind of stuff attached to this incarnation's birthday, or birth recognition day, as our good friend Nacy calls it, and he'll be with me on Freaky Friday in just under or just over 90 minutes time. Okay, so he's going to be with me there. But Donnie down under, he's the guy that, I'll catch you up real quick on this. When we started doing the shows down under, we went and we spoke to Bruce Fenton, and we had on one of our own, Mammoth Hunter, Jess, and her husband, Dan. And then we had Bruce on again, and we got introduced to Luna and Donnie. And when I met Donnie, and when we started to interact with each other, there was a really weird feeling, not only in my stomach, but in the back of my head. I've had the weird feeling in my stomach before. It's one of those things, but there was something different about this whole feeling. There was a familiarity, but a total disconnect from where that comes from, and it wasn't like a good familiarity. That's the weird thing. Now that's not to say that when myself and Donnie first met, we never got on, because we did. Obviously, I love Donnie to bits, but there was something there that pushed me to speak to Luna. I think I mentioned it to Mammoth. I think I mentioned it to Nancy. I think I mentioned it to a lot of people. Even started talking about it on air. There was something uncomfortable there that prevented me wanting to talk to Donnie a bit more. Long story short, Donnie remembers me clearly. Not in this lifetime, but in other lifetimes too, in particular. One that goes way, 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 way back. And it's way, way out there. But that's not to say not true. It's not where we're going today, though. We're going back to the other time he remembers that we crossed paths. And it was in Australia. And I was, believe it or not, ooh la la, les Français. I was French, right? And of course, we had the colonisation of Australia going on at that time. And me and Donnie crossed paths. Donnie was stealing something out my bag, I think, and I took umbrage at Donnie. And I took aim and fired. Now, I don't know if that's what led to that horrible familiarity that I hold with Donnie. Donnie remembers it quite clearly. I've tried to remember it. Isn't happening. But today I thought, well, kind of cool. We'll go and look at maybe one of my previous lifetimes. So I've got a bit up here about when the French did go down there. And what really kind of blows me away is it's not the first time I've read this, but there's a place in here called La Perouse. And that's what Donnie used to say to me before he filled me in on why it was that he remembered me. And there is something kind of familiar about that name. That's all I can say. It's anecdotal evidence. It's for me to feel the weirdness. Take it or leave it. I provide, you decide. So it's birthday woo. Only not this lifetime. And I don't know when my birthday was that time. But possibly I was around when we're going to be talking about 1788 to begin with. So it says on 24th of January, it's not even easy for me to get into this. Notice that? Not even easy. Why is that? So on the 24th of January, 1970, or not 1978, I'd have been 2, and I certainly wasn't kicking about as a Frenchman. If I was, that's a Mandela. Le Mandela. So on the 24th, Saint Quatre. Is it 5? No, 20. 24. Yeah. January 1788, a French expedition of 2 ships led by Admiral Jean-Francois de la Perouse had arrived off Botany Bay on the latest leg of a 3-year voyage that had taken them from Brest, love a bit of that, around Cape Horn, gives me a bit of that, up the coast from Chile to California, northwest to Kamchatka, southeast to Easter Island, northwest to Macau, or is it Macau? I don't know. Who knows, right? And on to the Philippines, the Friendly Isles, Hawaii, Norfolk Island. Though amicably received, the French expedition was a troublesome matter for the British, and it showed the interest of France in the new land. Nevertheless, on the 2nd of February, Lieutenant King, at Philip's request, paid a courtesy call on the French and offered them any assistance they may need. Now, the French made the same offer to the British, as they were much better provisioned than the British and had enough supplies to last 3 years. Neither of these offers were accepted. On the 10th of March, the French expedition, having taken on water and wood, left Botany Bay, never to be seen again. Philip and La Perouse never met. La Perouse is remembered in a Sydney suburb of that name. There's a picture of it there. We'll go and take a little look at that. There it is. Absolutely beautiful. And yep, we've got that there. Now, various other French geographical names along the Australian coast also date from this voyage. And we've got a picture here. We've got the Frenchman with a funny hat on, his blue jacket and a funny looking gun. So Governor Philip was vested with complete authority over the inhabitants of the colony. Philip's personal intent was to establish harmonious relations with the Aboriginal people and try to reform them as well as discipline the convicts of the colony. Philip and several of his officers, most notably Watkin Trench, left behind journals and accounts of what tell of immense hardships during the first years of the settlement. Now we get back to the whole the French thing down here. So it says between 1788 and 1792, about 3,546 male and 766 female convicts were landed at Sydney, many professional criminals, with few of the skills required for the establishment of a colony. You know, we'd probably be sent down there today for daring to think outside the box, right? We'd be sent away on a ship to form a colony somewhere. You know it. If they could, they would. Many new arrivals were also sick or unfit for work, and the conditions of the healthy convicts only deteriorated with hard labour and poor sustenance in the settlement. The food situation reached crisis point in 1970, and that's what makes me wonder if that's why Donnie's been on the rummage, going through bags, looking for things. Sounds weird, right? Maybe it's just a personal thing between me and Donnie, and of course it is. But I think it's worth exploring. And the Second Fleet, which finally arrived in June 1790, had lost a quarter of its passengers through sickness, while the condition of the convicts of the Third Fleet appalled Philip. Now, from 1791, however, the more regular arrival of ships and the beginnings of trade lessened the feeling of isolation and improved supplies. In 1972, two French ships, La Recherche and L'Espérance, anchored in the harbour near Tasmania's southernmost point that they called Recherche or Recherche Bay. This was a time when Britain and France were trying to be the first to discover and colonise Australia. How arrogant. How can you discover something where there's already people there? Just saying. The expedition led by Antoine Brunet de Entrecasteaux. How can I pronounce French words and I can't read English? Scary. Carried scientists and cartographers, gardeners, artists, hydrographers, who variously planted, identified, mapped, marked, recorded, and documented the environment of the people, blah, 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 blah. While the settlement began with a consignment of English convicts, guarded by a detachment of Royal Marines. Hey, Rick Anderson in the chat room, dude. Shout out to the ones that went before you. A number of whom subsequently stayed in the colony as settlers. Who would want to go back from that lovely land? So their view of the colony and their place in it was eloquently stated by Captain David Collins. From the disposition to crimes and the incorrigible character of the major part of the colonists, an odium was, for the first, illiberally thrown upon the settlement, and the word Botany Bay became a term of reproach that was indiscriminately cast upon anyone else who resided in New South Wales. But let the reproach light upon those who have used it as such. If the honour of having deserved well one of the country's be attainable by sacrificing good name, domestic comforts, and dearest connections. In her service, the officers of this settlement have justly merited that distinction. So let's see, is there more about the French? We're looking for the French. Let's see what it says over here. Not a heck of a lot, because that's the pictures. History. La Perouse was known as Guruwal, or the Marura Dial, to the Marura Dial people of the area. Now, the Kamigal, or the Kamigal clan of the Darawal people, Darawal, yep, Darawal, probably lived between the mouth of the Cooks River and present-day La Perouse. La Perouse was named after the French navigator, Jean-François de Galop, Comte de La Perouse, who landed on the northern shore of Botany Bay, 1788. Louis the 16th of France had commissioned La Perouse to explore the Pacific. There you go. 2 ships sailed to New South Wales, blah, 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 blah. On 26th of January, 1788, as Captain John Hunter was moving the first fleet around to Port Jackson after finding Botany Bay unsuitable for a settlement, La Perouse was sailing into Botany Bay, anchoring there just 8 days after the British had. There you go. So listen, I don't know, folks. There's something about it. But listen, I know what I do need to do right now is I need to load up Skype. Because I'm pretty sure Jimmy Jeans will probably be sitting there in the studio. He'll be doing his hair. He'll be looking all cool and, you know. There we go. I'll see if we can get him right now. Hang on, folks. Hang on. We're going live to the Jimmy. Let's see. Doo-be-doo. There he is. The man, the myth. Wait, look at you in here. Jim, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hold on a second. I was talking to Rio on the phone, and then you called. Hold on. I got to dampen Rio over there. How you doing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kid Baker. Happy birthday to you.
How you doing, Jimmy, man? I'm having a good day, thank you, sir. Yes.
Fantastic.
Well, I get you on the screen here. There he is, folks. There he is. Look at him. Look, beaming in live from the. You're not. I can't call it the magician's cupboard anymore, man.
No, now it's the magician's lair.
Nah, I'm not impressed, dude. I'm not impressed.
Oh, you can't see anything now because everything. See, the studio area is over here, but the main magician's closet is over there.
Oh, I like. So we've still got scope for magician. It's just magicry going on.
It is. It's just not all jammed into just so many square feet. Now it's spread out. And all displayed in its own majestic area. Like if you want to go look at the, artwork, you could see it instead of it being, stacked up. But speaking of artwork, so what'd you get for your birthday, man? So far, I mean, what did Anne give you a foot massage?
Oh, I can't disclose what Anne gave me. That would be, yeah. No, I've had a good day, Jim. It's, see when you wake up in the morning. Because tomorrow is never promised. Any day when you wake up this side of the soil's a good one. Today the sun was shining. Got a PPP out the back. Got myself a little bit of cider here. Got you on board. Got 58 people out there in Chatland on YouTube. Dude, this is what you want, right? Relatively healthy-ish. What more can you ask for, man?
Not much.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I mean. You got your lady. You got your son.
Yep.
You got a little food in your belly.
Yep.
You got this. It's warm outside. The sun's shining.
The sun's turned up for a week.
Birds are singing.
There was birds singing. Yep.
Only thing missing is a rainbow, man. I mean, jeez.
Rainbows trigger me nowadays. The rainbow was hijacked a long time ago. I don't find it an enjoyable thing anymore. It just annoys me.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from with that for sure.
Yeah.
Seriously, but I mean,
Being a proudly toxic man, yes, you can.
I know one day I was going to come on your show, and I was driving up to San Francisco, and I saw this rainbow, and I was sitting there and I was trying to take a picture of it with my phone because I could see where the actual rainbow hit the ground. It was like that's the place where the pot of gold's supposed to be, you know.
Did you not send me that picture?
I think I did because I was, there's a giant Stanford University has a super giant dish up on the mountain right behind Stanford, and I was trying to show you pictures of that, and that's when I saw it. I think I might have sent you that.
You did. Either that or it happened on a different timeline. And nowadays, I don't know, Jimmy. It could well have done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. Yeah. Anyhow, but so you got a whole thing going on. You got
no. This is See, good man.
You got a special surprise. So everyone's on the edge. There's 58 people on the edge of their seats, getting ready. Everybody's got a drink in their hand because I was over there earlier, and everybody was saying they were partying and they were, getting ready for the show tonight. And so you're gonna have a great time. Billy Ray Valentine and John Brisson both say happy birthday. They were gonna pop on.
Were they on your show this morning?
They were, and
Right, listen, I was meant to be there, dude. I'd said to John Brisson the other night, look, I'll try and do it, right? But I came off doing the show with Scotty last night. Ended up talking with Nancy first. We were looking at a video where that this person or these people have claimed to wake up in Valencia in Spain in the year 2027 and there's nobody there. Long story short, ended up doing that. Noticed Kevin McCairn had gone live. So myself and Nancy both cut short our conversation. We're both avid McCairn lovers. We joined the raccoons over there, and before you know it, was getting broad daylight outside.
Yeah.
So about 2 hours before your show, I had to crash out.
Yeah, well, John said something about it to me, and I said, I hadn't talked to you, and I said, unless you talked to him recently, I wouldn't count on it, bro.
Guess who I've got coming on next week, dude? It might be the week after. It's the week after. I've got Housatonic, man.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah.
Mark is coming on. Yes, he's going to give us the history of computers and the timeline, the path, the trajectory that some of the bigger names in that field, the kind of the backstory and all of them. It's going to be good.
Well, you know what his information that really keyed me into him was when he was, if you get into it, if you can, I don't know if you will because you're talking about something else, but his information about how many of the children, millions of children are reported missing.
Yes, but not today. Yes. We don't get into that here, not my birthday, dude.
No, but he does though. He's a great researcher. So I mean, the whole crew around, with John Brisson and Housatonic and Neil Sanders.
Tried to get S90 on, dude. Tried to get S90 on, but I think I got him in trouble with his missus.
Oh,
yeah. See, it's a fine balance. You see, people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, folks.
No, they don't.
Things we go through to bring you content. But no, like Jimmy's saying, I've got a lot of new guests lining up. It was good having John Brisson back on. Hope to get him on a lot more. He can really give people a backstory on all these questionable characters, as I like to call them. Always good to know where your information's coming from, folks. I mean, you know everything about me. Damn, I stream it all. You know, I live 24/7 over in the Discord with all of the other crazy people. And remember, crazy people, term of endearment. Yes, it's a compliment. You got to be crazy to navigate your way around KBS, right? Oh, there's S90 in the chat room. Didn't get him in trouble. That's okay. That's okay, because I thought maybe like it had caused one of those flashpoints, you know?
Yeah, he might have got hit in the head with a rolling pin.
It happens. It happens. McCairn got the rolling pin. I've had the shoe. You know?
Oh my God!
We still haven't made those streamers do the stupidest things. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, dude. I have to get naked or something one time, something ridiculous like that.
Well, how does anybody that know that you're not naked now, but below the waist? I mean,
I've got my kilt on, man. I've got my kilt on.
Are you going? Is it a commando kilt or is it a
You see, only a non-Scotsman asks that question because it's a given.
It's a given. Okay,
it's a given.
But see, now all the other people who are non-Scotsmen, now they all know, and all the non-Scots lasses, they all know now too.
There's actually an old wives' tale about the last Scotchman that did wear undercrackers with his kilt. Yeah, they fell off, dude. They fell off. Now, no Scotsman wants to even try and recreate that experiment. So since then on in, it's been a thing.
Even if the odds are slim, you don't want to take that chance. You might be the lucky bastard. You never know.
You know it, Jimmy. You know it. Imagine, did you see who I shared my birthday with, man? You see, when I read it, I thought Jimmy is going to fall off the chair. He's going to be having conniption fits. Look, try not to laugh too much. RDS, dude. Bloody hell, man. I was waiting for Alex Jones to come up next, you know?
Yeah. Well.
Hey.
What do you do? What are you going to do?
No doubt people somewhere will say that's a connection, right? But they're connected now.
Hey, well, the universe delivers unique individuals on certain days.
It proves that the universe has got a sense of humor that it delivers anyone like that.
Well, you know what's good about it is he's the exact, like it's the yin and yang. He's the polar opposite of the Kev Baker. And he's not the quantum mechanic, dude. He is not the quantum initiator. He is not. He is a.
Did you ever watch that TV show Grimm, where they like the humans shifted into animals? He would have made like a perfect rat. Like you wouldn't have had to CGI it much to just rat boy him.
I know. Well, listen, I don't know if you caught this, and I didn't watch this show, but apparently a lot of people are really hot on this show called Loki.
Oh, dude, me and my son, we loved it. We loved it, okay. Man. Yeah.
Now, how come no one's brought up the fact that they're calling whatever that is Asgard is the same as Asgardia, that fictional satellite country that's floating around the sky?
Because when we spoke about Asgardia years ago.
Well, I just think it's funny because maybe Asgardia is a little bit.
I've been doing this that long. I've done the Asgardia thing when they weren't even launched on a satellite.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's forgot about it. And it's up there floating around. It's its own country. It's got passports. We've
got 3 or 4 ambassadors, actually, in Glasgow, in the local area. I'm not one of them. I'm not a proud citizen of the satellite nation of Asgardia.
Oh, you gotta go have a soft white or whatever and hang out with one of those people and do a phone interview.
The Asgardians are cool, man. Nano Girl came on the show one time, and she made a good point. It's almost like a space age kind of offshore banking.
You know, I wonder if what the list of citizens of Asgardia is. I wonder if all these elites are up in there.
Now listen, Rick Anderson, stop showing off, dude. Rick is like Royal Marines, right? So you've got Royal Marine thing going on, uniform, officer, gentleman type stuff, melts women. Rick's also Scottish, and now he's telling everyone in the chat room that the Royal Marines 45 Commando wear the kilts. Dude, you're sending women crazy out there. Stop it, Rick. I'm telling you, I take no responsibility for what Rick is doing to women right now. There you go. Yeah. exactly, and a Marine soldier. Well, oh, not a soldier, a Marine Scotsman with kilts. There you
Well,
go.
and also, just ladies, I just want to say, if you look over to Scotland, you look at the representation of those swords. There's giant swords over there in Scotland. So,
Well, I've actually been rethinking that, right? I've been rethinking that, and I'll bring that up just now. Wait a minute, Jimmy, right? Claymore sword. Now if I copy you here, we come over here, and I paste you like that, and I do this like that. See, we've got it all going on here, Jimbo, man. Look how quick that was, you see?
I can't see it over here, but I'll take your word
God
for it.
almighty, there you go. You see, you can't,
There you
no
go.
pleasing these people. I'm joking, dude. But look, watch this, right?
Mhm.
So I've always made a point about what's going on with these swords.
Mhm.
Because these swords look absolutely crazy massive. But then, Jimmy, then it dawned on me, me being the height of a hobbit, like 5'5" in my tiptoes, we're a nation of smaller men. So maybe they're actually just normal sized swords, but it's the fact that Scottish men look like hobbits that make them look so big. There you go.
It could be just the juxtaposition.
It's not actually. It's not. I've seen these swords in museums. They're massive, dude. They're like the size of a big man.
I'm starting to think there was magic involved. At some point, Scots were like these giant.
This dude
Viking.
looks like he could wield magic, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he? He looks like he knows.
I'm thinking the Scots were giant Viking, like, warriors. With
Oh,
these
you're right.
swords.
The Scottish are a Viking. Come on now, stop that.
No, I'm saying, when you think of
Don't
a
be
Viking,
culturally inappropriate here now, Jimmy.
you're just thinking of some dude with ripped arms, big chest, and a sword, getting
Very
ready.
woke on this channel. I'll have you know.
Braveheart looking shit, that kind of thing. But then there was some magic involved, and they cursed the land of the Scots and
What
made
has
everybody
happened to my camera, man?
They made everybody small. They took away your stature and made you small because they were
Think
afraid
so?
you would conquer. and
You can
kill.
take away my height, but you'll never take my freedom. William
See?
Wallace never shouted that. Never.
See, that's what happened. The Scots, they ceased to be giants, but they kept their giant heart. And that's why everyone's scared of a Scot. Because let me tell you something, man. Just because a Scot is small, you better watch out, son.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, listen. When are you on next? Because I need to get going soon, man.
What's that?
I need to get going soon. So when are you going to be on the airwaves next?
Oh, I'll be on tonight at 10:30 Pacific on Aftermath, man. But I didn't come over here for that. I came over here to say howdy and happy birthday. So
Yes, but I like to think that if even one new person goes from the stream over to your channel every time, eventually that slowly builds up, Jimmy, you see?
I know. Maybe one day I'll even have 1,000 people.
Hey, you don't want 1,000, dude. You just want 67 good ones.
Well, I
You don't
care,
even
but
want all of them to agree with you. I've made sure that there's no echo chamber around here. In fact,
Well, you know what's
I
funny?
am in a minority of one when it comes to my opinion.
You know what's funny is every time I go on a show and people come cruising over to the channel and I start getting subscribers, I get a weird strike. It's like I get some strike where I'm it's an infomercial or something weird or whatever, and it's like, and then I'm out of there for 3 months.
It's a
and so
conspiracy, Jimmy. They're after you.
No, it's
They
not
are.
that.
They are. They told me. Susan Wojcicki told me. She did.
What was the dude's name from MySpace? Remember that guy? The guy with the face, he'd be sitting there. You don't remember? You weren't on MySpace?
I was on it. I don't remember though.
It was the guy that would send you messages from MySpace. It was a picture of this guy standing next to a whiteboard.
That was just you, dude. That was just you, man. That's like one of these internet mysteries. Why was I the only person that got the scary dude by the whiteboard? You should start that series of videos.
That's a good idea.
Maybe you were, though. Maybe you were, though. Maybe you were.
I forget his name now, but everyone knows
His name was...
Beer.
Peter Beater.
The
Hey,
Peter Beater.
organic robotoids.
I knew I'd hear it. I knew I'd hear it. I'm going to have to get that sound clip off you, man. Organic robotoids.
Organic robotoids are getting traction, man.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm going to go back and get that. I'm going to go back and get it. That's it.
Rise of the organic robotoids right
telling
now.
you, dude, I'm telling you,
Everybody's putting their organic robotoid into effect.
There
and
you
going
go.
out to that secret city floating
There
in the
you
cloud.
go. There you
China.
go. They're all the way to Asgardia with her. There you
That's
go.
right, Asgardia. See?
See? Right, Jimmy. I'm just about to get out of here, so I'm gonna.
And I'll see you later.
You too, dude. You have a good show later on, okay?
See you guys. Take
Catch
care.
you later,
everybody.
man.
Have fun. Have fun.
There you go. There is the Jimmy Jeans. Quite possibly. Quintessentially. One of the craziest in a good way guys that I've met on this crazy journey. But listen, folks, I'm gonna go. I am gonna go over and I'm gonna get you the link that you need to Freaky Friday. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go, troops. It's here. And I hope to see you all for what I have called, not another Freaky Friday, or not just another Freaky Friday. The myth returneth. Thank you for being here today. I've had a blast. It's warmed me up nicely for some good woo that's coming on Freaky Friday. Hope you've had a blast here as well. And I will see you all in just over 1 hour. Now, can you handle the woo? Are you sure? You sure?
Come on, man.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Are you serious?
How dare you?